Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment. Wake your glass up. What's going on, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Today is June 2nd. This year is flying by. Today is June 2nd, 2026. The time is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. Once again, I am your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A. Not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. This is G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing, and this is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Thank you all for being in here. I appreciate the brothers Malika and 638 already being in the building. Get the general housekeeping out the way before we get to the rest of the shout outs. So you know how to use super chat, super stickers. You've been in these YouTube streets long enough. You also see the PayPal and the Cash App on the screen. Hit me up at the email. I got some brothers hitting me up. I'm still going through them, figure out which story to tell. Appreciate everybody reaching out. But now that we got that out the way, what you will do is hit the like button. The like button is free. The like button is free. Take your shoes off when you come to my house, even though y'all see we in the garage today. Appreciate y'all being in here. Go ahead, hit y'all with Randy, and we'll get to your comments.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
You are so lovely and back on me. Thank y'all again for being in here. We're going to kind of freelance this thing. So again, I don't plan on being here long. We're going to be here as long as we need to be. I do want to have a real conversation with you guys today. But before we get to cooking, let me get over here to y'all comments. Hold up. Got a different little setup today. Brother Malika in the building. He says, peace, big homie Kofa and chat. Salute to you, good brother. 638. Salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you being in here. EJ in the building. Salute to you, good brother. Of course, content creator extraordinaire. I don't know what title he wants to go with, but brother LaRon Gaskins, aka BT, is in the building.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
BT says, is it his connection or am I buffering? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I shouldn't be having too many issues down here in the garage because my modem is actually on the bottom floor of my house. So y'all let me know. Anybody in the chat? EJ already hit me with the $2. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. He says, for the positive fuck it fun.
These last $2.
Appreciate that, brother. As you can see, I want to have a conversation. Let me go ahead and bring these pictures up real quick. Let me shrink that just a little bit. Am I buffering though? Somebody let me know in the chat. I did just want to have a freelance conversation. Don't have a lot of videos to play y'all. So again, if that's gonna be your stick today, you probably want to go ahead and slide. I really just wanted to have this focus on the work that I feel like a lot of brothers, that I genuinely believe a lot of brothers aren't seeing in themselves. They're not seeing themselves complete a lot of tasks, even though they are. In short, they can't see the forest for the trees. So this is one of those conversations again where I got to kind of put foot to ass for some of the brothers out there, whether it's right now on the replay gang, however I chop this up, whatever the fucking case may be. Again, I'm starting to see too many black men catch flack for the work that they're putting in to the point they don't think they're doing enough. That's why the title of this one is Still Not Enough. The two brothers that I'm going to use for this example is this brother here. I forgot his name in the movie. He was in the movie Nemesis on Netflix. He's a police officer. He goes by the name of Styles. I know the brother's first name is Matthew. I forgot his last name, but salute to him. I think he did an excellent job, from the cop that he portrayed to the father, the husband, and we'll get into that in a second. So they're all going to be spoilers. If you haven't seen Nemesis, It's a 8-episode TV series on Netflix. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. It is what it is. But it's certain things that I watch and I notice on how black men are portrayed and how we as a community receive a lot of black men through media, whether it's hip hop, TV, film, sports. Speaking of which, this of course is the other brother that I want to talk about tonight, brother Jalen Brunson. You know I'm a Knicks fan. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know I've been riding. I've told y'all that story. I've been riding since childhood. I really have. So I'm so proud of these guys. But somehow, some way, the hate is still available for my guys. So these are the two examples that I'm going to use today for black men putting in work. If you want to tell your personal story, go ahead, drop it in the chat. I'll see if I can bring somebody up real quick. Because again, I really don't do a lot of interviews and panels. I'm not really set up for that tonight, especially. Just wanted to smoke with y'all, chill with y'all, have a conversation. Let me go ahead and get these other super chats before we actually get to rolling. Let me see. I got him. Queen in the building. What's going on, sis? I don't got my soundboard not connecting for whatever reason, but you already know you get a you go, girl. I appreciate you being in here, sis. BT hit me with the $2. He says my connection is bad. I'll catch the replay later. I appreciate it, brother.
These last $2.
I was really hoping BT was going to be in here because he kind of caught the mini rant. He kind of caught the mini spiel yesterday when me and him were on the phone. I'm gonna slide this over just slightly. There we go. Brother Malika hit me with, hold on, Malika, I'm getting to it, brother. With the 5 spot, he says the toothpick and cigar fund. I appreciate it, bro. Hold up. There we go. All right. So I'm going to start with this brother here. I'm going to start with Styles from the movie Nemesis. Again, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm not going to tell the whole story. This isn't a film review. I kept seeing this brother's particular character get a lot of hate online. Like I didn't watch the show at first. But there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, this guy can't act. The character is so whack. He's over the top. He's doing too much." And I heard this shit for like the first 2 weeks that the show had came out. And I was sitting here with Chris Trucker. Salute to Chris Trucker. And we were chopping it up. He's like, "Bro, have you caught that Nemesis?" Yeah, he said, "I'm fucking with it." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I sat here Friday night, I believe it was, and I started binge watching. From episode 1 to episode 6. It's 8 episodes. So I was up to like 3 in the morning. And part of the reason why I kept like intently watching is because even Chris Trucker was like, "Bruh, I hate this dude. I hate this dude." Brother BT was like, "Bruh, have you seen Nemesis?" "No, I hate this." As a matter of fact, he told me to ask Chris Trucker who his least favorite character was. Who's the character he hated? He said this guy. I passed the note back to BT and was like, "Hey, Chris said he just laughed his ass off." He was like, "Exactly." I'm like, "Bruh, I don't see it. I'm genuinely not seeing it." So this brother is he's a homicide robbery type of cop. He's a lieutenant, but he's still out there in the streets. He's making connections. I would call him a poor man's what is it? Alonzo from Training Day. He played like a poor man's version of that Denzel character. Cool, I get it. We've seen it before. Ain't too much to see here. He's in the streets. People know his name. People don't fuck with him, even though they know him. He's a cop, but they don't really try him like that because he about that action. This, that, and the third. The only flaw that I see in this brother a lot is he tries to be everything all at one time for everybody. So as a cop, his dad was an OG in the streets. So he became a cop because his dad ended up getting caught, getting locked up for most of his life. But even with his father coming out of prison, this man still pays all his dad's bills. His dad is an old YN. His pops is an old YN. still dibbling, dabbling in the streets, ain't doing shit, to the point that he doesn't want his son around the grandfather, right? So him and the son are beefing back and forth. The son's like 15. He's missed a lot of basketball games because of the job. Him and his wife are separated. He's sleeping out in the pool house. The same tropes and traits. But he's on to this big ass robbery crew that has dropped police officers, robbed other people. They've been doing shit for like years. And they were the ones that killed his partner. He knew it was them. He put the clues together. He just had to force feed it to the department. Everybody thought he was just obsessed over his partner getting killed. I got something on my hat. I think some ashes or something. But he's obsessed over his partner getting killed. Nobody wants to listen to him. Throughout this whole process, his dad is an asshole to him, even though he's paying all his fucking bills. His dad actually starts to recruit the grandson into getting into the street life and joining the gang that he's in, to the point that he has to go over there and threaten his father. He completely cuts him off financially. So of course that forces dad back into the streets full time. So the son is mad at him for that. The wife is mad because they already had their issues because the job is getting in the way, to the point he's sleeping in the pool house, but they still interact. He's still communicating with his family. Let me bring up this other photo real quick. Another thing that's important. This comes down to where brothers are trying to throw everything at the wall to make sure it sticks. So this is the family right here. They're at family therapy. So in between catching this big time robbing crew in busy ass, violent ass LA, he's making time for his family where he can. It's parts in the show where he does show up to his son's game. I'm using this brother as an example because that same wife that got him in therapy, you need to talk to our son. He just wants to see his grandfather. This is the same motherfucker that ends up cheating on him later on in the show. Who does she cheat on him with? A mutual friend of the family, because the cop, his wife, and this big time lawyer that the cop has to deal with because of their career paths, he has to deal with this guy. They all went to college together. The other guy lost, so to speak. There's even a scene where the wife is telling him, well, I chose him. I chose you over him. If I wanted Mr. Corporate, the suits, I would have chose that. I knew where you were going. This is where we are. Can we work through it? But at the same time, she's giving him straight smoke throughout the show. I'm kind of glossing over like some of the things she did and said. So she knows who she married. She recognizes the job, but yet it's still not good enough for her, right? I use that as an example because there's so many brothers out here that get rocked to sleep because they're overdoing it, and then they try to overcompensate for their family. And he has to deal with the son. Let's go down to personality traits that men have to deal with. He has to deal with the son, the grandfather, the job, all the personalities at the job, and his wife. And women have jokingly but seriously said, I can be multiple women. So he has to deal with whatever personality trait she has going on. He has to deal with the competition of this other man that he has to do business with, because the guy's like, he might be the DA of the city or something like that. So him being a high-end cop, dealing with the type of cases he deals with, he has to deal with this guy. Even though there's some tension, friction from back in the day there, he has to deal with this guy. He has to see him at the events. He has to see him at the ball. And again, because they're in the same circle, there's going to be times that they run into each other with this guy's wife on his arm. Do you think she stops the guy from flirting? No. But he can't crack the guy in the fucking jaw. Why? He has to swallow his pride because they have to work together. Hold up, let me turn this fan a little bit. They have to work together. This isn't a maybe. It's a lot of things that brothers feel or believe they have to do, and they genuinely don't. Sometimes you're in a situation like this where you have to do it. Maybe you're going overboard and doing too much for her and her kids that aren't yours. You don't have to do that. But when your family gets involved with other people's kids, and now those are my grandbabies too, a lot of brothers can feel like that. I'm just using this character because so many people have hated on the character he played. They ain't said shit about the criminal. The tall chocolate guy, they didn't say shit about the criminal that's a fucking murderer. Ain't said shit about him. I haven't seen anything pushed back as far as coming down my timeline as far as the way the black man's image is presented, because of course he's a businessman as well. That's why he launders his money and hides his criminal activity. But they slid in a part where, well, I'm not gonna say they slid it in, but it was a big part where the criminal and his wife, they lost a child. So again, it's understandable why he's doing crime. He's just trying to take care of his family. But the cop trying to stop criminal activity isn't given the same grace. I say that because I know it's a lot of men out here that are actually the ones moving heaven and earth for an ungrateful wife, for an ungrateful son, for an ungrateful parent, for a job that thinks you're fucking crazy. Get to y'all comments real quick. Just get some. Brother Malika says, Kofa, one of the statements we black men have on us is, no good deed goes unpunished.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
EJ says, I was guessing that the wife was cheating on her man when her husband is a good man and doing his best to manage all family life and work. That is a bitch. And because, so you would think that the police department would be on his side for him losing his partner. Him telling them this is who did it. He's piecing it together for him. He just don't have the solid concrete evidence. And no matter how many robberies this crew commits, he's like, it's the same guys. I'm telling you, I know their MO. He was already on them before 2 years ago when they killed his partner, right? But the job is telling him he's fucking crazy. You're obsessed. You need to let it go. There's other cases. We need to move on. This, that, and the third, including his new partner. She ends up leaving. The guy that's his mentor, I believe he's a captain, so he outranks him. His mentor at the job thinks he's crazy, threatens to snatch his badge over and over again because he's doing too much. Now, the thing that's interesting about this, and this is just the way I look at it, when black men are asked to do a thing and then we check the block that was asked of us, we're often told we're doing too much for executing. That's the whole premise of this live, and it's almost, it's weird. I'm light skinned. The guy on the screen is light skinned. Y'all know Jalen Brunson is light skinned, and I'm gonna talk about MTR in a second. Brothers are putting in the work. I'm starting with the media because this is fiction. It's just a show, Kofa. It's just a movie. The black man's image is always presented in such a way, and this is how I know it's true, because all the hate on the reviews, again, from people like me and you, on down TikTok, down IG, all the hate was reserved for the guy on the screen with the family that's intact that he's trying to hold together. Now, the other side of it, the criminal, is just him, his wife, and her sister, which is their boss, which gives them the jobs to go rob certain people. Nobody has any smoke for them in the reviews of the film. That lets me know mentally and emotionally where our people are. Black people love to be entertained. And as Brother TJ from Through the Fire podcast always says, we love to be scammed. We love to be entertained, and we love to be scammed. So the focus has consistently been over the last couple of weeks that this guy can't act. Did an excellent job. He had to be 4 or 5 different goddamn people at the same time. He had to be the dutiful son, the caring father, the loving husband, the focused police officer. Constant. To the point he don't even know who the fuck he is because he's going so many different directions. And that's the fear I have for a lot of brothers. And bring these down. So I want to start off with that one. Next, I'm going to pivot to number 11. Hold on. This is the type of work that black men have been putting in and still don't get credit for.
If someone told me the young boy running around the garden would grow up to be the captain of the New York Knicks, you know what? I'd probably believe them. And like Mike Breen said, you were born to play basketball.
Jalen Brunson, born to play basketball.
I watched how you studied the game and put in the work to perfect your craft. But I'll go a step further, Jalen. You were born to play basketball for the Knicks. For kids to wear the jersey that you wore as a kid, but with your name on the back. Like a true New Yorker, you dare people to doubt you and go about your business. So yeah, I believe it. Captain of the Knicks. Say it to yourself. Jalen Brunson, captain of the New York Knicks.
Bring it back on me. This brother right here has literally been putting in work since he was a child, and kudos to his father.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
For finding the time, even though he's an NBA player at the time, to put in the work with his son. This man has won 2 championships in college. Drafted in the 2nd round. Was coming off the bench. Worked his ass off. Traded to my favorite team, which I was happy. I'm going on the record. I was happy when we got Jalen Brunson. Because I watched enough Dallas Mavericks games. I was like, this dude footwork is nice. He's good. Oh shit, we picked him up. They just gave him away. That's literally what I told somebody. Was like, y'all like that? I was like, bro, they gave him to us. Thank you. It took a couple of years, and this is where I'm going with this. They traded for Jalen Brunson 4 or 5 years ago. So the last 2 playoff runs, the last 4. First 2 years, we got bounced in the 2nd round, but it had been years since we even made the playoffs. We got bounced in the 2nd round to teams that I think we should have beat. That's just me as a fan. The last 2 years, last year we made the Eastern Conference Finals and lost to our rivals. But this is how hard these guys grinded. Every fucking team we beat that was major, we blew up the fucking Celtics. They got rid of some key pieces after we beat them. And they blew up the Pacers. Key pieces, despite Halliburton's injury, key pieces were moved and traded or left. Because of the grind that not just him, but the team was putting in. But again, he's the captain of the Knicks, right? So if the ship sink, they're going to blame him. If we win, this is why I want to talk about this man. Everybody has talked about how he's an undersized guard. He's 6'2". Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook were like 6'3", but we know they played above the rim. Because he's smart enough to play below the rim, he doesn't have that athletic ability and skill. He still found a way. Stay with me. He found a way. Don't let that shit go over y'all head. He worked hard enough where he can get his shot off over bigger defenders. He worked his ass off to get his team to the position they're in now. Last year it was the conference finals we lost. This year it was the conference finals we swept. And now we're in the NBA finals for the first time in 27 years. I was alive when we lost to the Rockets. I was alive when we lost to the Spurs. I've been loyal to this team. Again, this isn't about basketball, but for a long time, I've been loyal to the team. So I've seen the ups and downs, the dark times, the no playoffs, the shit ain't gonna happen in the mecca of basketball called New York. This guy comes in, they build around him a small guard, a guy that's not supposed to be able to win, put you on his back, do all the things. It's been people, it's not just Becky Hammond. It's been other commentators, professional basketball analysts that flat out said, this isn't the guy. He can't win. He can't lead this team. Nobody's going to get behind a guard of his stature. And he kept working. He kept busting their ass. I have to ask all those professional people that either been in the league or have been commentating forever and a day, how many fucking 40-point games does this man have to drop? Every time they say he can't do something, he does it. When they say he can't beat a taller defender, a stronger defender, he does it. When they say he can't defend, he's a defensive liability. He strips the ball. Again, it's not just him. He understands, and this goes to this another feather in his cap. He understands the importance of the team. Similar to what I was just talking about with the guy from the TV show Nemesis. He understood the importance of his family. He's trying to hold it all together while it's folding. This brother stayed while the ship was proverbially sinking, found a way to plug the hole and get everybody rowing together. If you've watched any basketball this season, there's not a lot of smiles and celebrations on the Knicks' faces. And as you go deeper in the playoffs, the competition is supposed to get stiffer, right? As it stands today, the only team to beat us this year in the playoffs is the Atlanta Hawks. We lost 2 games to them. We lost each game by 1 point. We swept a team that was supposed to beat us. We swept the next team that was supposed to beat us. And now we're facing a team that nobody's giving us a chance to beat. All behind this man's leadership. And he still doesn't get the credit. The team isn't getting the credit. It's low-key pissing me off. Because I've seen brothers like myself, like y'all in the chat, that have actually put in the work. And it still ain't enough. I'm talking to you today because I don't want you to keep beating yourself up and second guessing yourself. Especially those of you brothers, I see my boy just dropped in the chat. What's going on, Trent? You know the conversations me and you had. I'm getting ready to bring it up again. Go get fucking Snip. Why do I say that? You've been giving everybody else the best of you. It's gone unappreciated. I'm talking to somebody out there. I don't know who it's for. It has gone unappreciated. You have been used for what you can do. Not empty promises. Not potential. Shit you've executed. Just like Jalen Brunson. How many fucking 40-point games are you going to drop in real life for your mama, for your family members, for your friends, for your co-workers? How many fucking 40-point games are you going to give these people before you give yourself a thank you? Because they're not going to do it. The media is shitting on them. We're in the fucking NBA finals. And the boys are still getting shat on, getting dismissed. But those of us that believe, like myself, the team at its core believes. That's why I say you don't see a lot of smiles on their faces. We're sweeping teams, and it's still They got that Kobe mentality right now. The job not done. Job not finished. Y'all have been given the best of yourselves for decades. Not the last couple of years, for decades. Most of us hovering around, I know my audience is between 35 to 55. I got a couple of younger cats in here, which I appreciate. Nephew, thank you for being in here. Couple of younger chicks stop in too. Niecy Pooh, thank you for stopping in. But it's black men that have already shown and proved and still don't get none of the fucking accolades for the work that you did. Not what you said you was going to do. Again, not for potential. The things that you have executed, and it still isn't enough for folks. Let me get to Malika. Let me get to your comment, brother. Let me scroll back up. Brother Malika says, Kofa, Jalen Brunson is greatness, hard work ethic, talent, focus, and determination, what personifies us brothers in pursuing and embodying our purpose.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Broken a couple of records. Again, the 40-point games, the miracle that was game 1 against Cleveland when we should have lost, down 22 points in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left. And we walked away with a dub off of that man's, not just on his back, off of his hard work. I'm going to pivot over real quick and talk about the brother MTR. Those of y'all in this YouTube space, we know who that brother is. I'm so fucking proud that bruh is having the epiphanies that he's having. At the same time, MTR, because I'm probably going to send this to you, brother. Probably tag you in it. I'm low-key pissed that it took him so fucking long.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
We've seen the work this guy has put in. No real scandals, maybe some YouTube dust up, rumor mill stuff, blah, blah, blah. He put the work in before we even know who this guy was. He was just another black man somewhere in America, working in corporate America, making his money and being fiscally responsible. Then he comes over to YouTube, makes a little bit more money. Even he himself said he's traveled, he's seen things. But the epiphany that he's having right now for his life, and I told y'all younger cats this on the channel, 40 a motherfucker.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Your 40s? MTR hit 40, I think, either last year or year before. That epiphany that he's having, and I know it has a lot to do with him probably overextending himself, continuing to keep up work, because he never really did take a break when his father passed. Hell, it took everything in me to take a break earlier this year when my father got sick. And truthfully, I have a bad habit of it, like so many of us do. I don't think I would have took the break that I did. For those that may be new to the channel, I took a break between January all the way to like March, damn near April, from YouTube. Like damn near a 60-day cleanse. I was still in the chat because I fuck with y'all. Those new to the channel know the people that have met me here and met me in real life, y'all know we fuck with each other. But it took everything in me to take a break when my father got sick. And the only reason I really did is because I got sick around the same time. Why? Because I was walking in those shoes like the other brother. Like brother Styles. Work, being a father, navigating this, because this is something I love as well. Navigating my next step in life, and being a dutiful son. And it's so commonplace that people don't see it. Why? Because it's a phrase I hate in the black community and in society in general. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. Bitch, it don't mean I ain't tired. Hold up. Wearing myself thin. The only reason I took that break is because I got sick, my father got sick, and then my son got sick. Back to back to back. All between January and February. I told y'all I had my blood pressure scare. The silent killer. I'm sitting there talking to y'all, talking to the doctor like I'm talking to y'all right now. And he's telling me I gotta go get a CT scan because he don't know if my motherfucking brain bleeding. That's how high my blood pressure was. By the grace of God, I'm still here and my brain was not bleeding. I'm okay. Y'all see the Everlast over there? Bam, right there. Had to get back to it. You see the let me move out of the way. Y'all see the heavy bag hanging? Had to get back to it. I'm not saying that the damn cigars and this shit is helping, but I had to get back in a rhythm. I was teasing Brother Trent in the chat about getting snipped because we talk behind the scenes and what he presents to us. Y'all have no clue of the hard work that this brother is putting in. That's why I want him to reward himself with, he already raised his kid. Damn near he's in the same position. I told him, bro, you around the same age and your daughter's around the same age mine was when I had my slip up and made my son. Love my son. I'm gonna put in work. I'm gonna always keep saying that, but I'm gonna use myself as an example because that I am a cautionary tale. Don't do what Kofa did, bro. And I wouldn't trade having that boy for shit. I love my son, but I know I'm supposed to be, I know where I'm supposed to be, but having to pivot that time and that money, I don't want that for another brother. I especially don't want that for another brother. What's going on, man? My neighbor. I especially don't want that for another brother where he's taking care of somebody else's kid. To the tune, he's stretching himself thin again for somebody that's probably going to leave him later on in life. Ask me how I know. That's why I wanted to have this conversation with y'all today. That's why I had to just looking at the timeline and seeing genuinely how happily confused MTR is. Like, if you sit back and you're listening to the brother talk, look at his facial expression and body language. MTR, brother, I don't know if you've even taken the time to do that shit for yourself and watch your own playbacks. The brother is genuinely happy, but seems to be confused about, damn, I didn't know I could be this happy. I didn't know I could have this level of peace after losing Superman, aka his father. Because when my father got sick, it was damn, I'm looking around the house because somebody hid some kryptonite in this bitch. Ain't no way Superman's sick. I'm damn near 50 years old, and those of us that had a father, that's still your fucking hero. So to see that brother give himself that grace and finally go to these places where I know he's had conversations with other YouTubers, I just don't know if he's had the right conversations with the right YouTubers. MTR should have been over there. That's just my personal opinion. And this brother is around the same age, no kids. It's brothers out there in the real world around the same age, no kids, making good money. And I was having a conversation. What's going on, good brother? Salute, School in the Bell. I was going on a rant, brother. Forgot to speak. Trent says facts. Having a conversation with Chris Trucker. Chris ain't got no kids. 40. Living life, making good money, good CDL money on the road. And he said something, and I be going off on Chris. Me and Chris be going back and forth. Bro, why this and why that? He be asking me, I be like, dog, you don't have any fucking kids. You are free. Even if your family network, you don't have the best relationship with your siblings. Okay. Me and my siblings are good. So it's not like I'm just dismissing somebody. Y'all have no fucking clue how free you are. And I get it, because you can't see the forest for the trees, which is, again, what I feel like happened with brother MTR. He's doing so much work. He's going. He got in the hamster wheel. And we thinking he good because he got the bread. We don't know what that brother went through when them cameras and that microphone went off. And then he didn't have to bring it to us when he had the, as he calls it, the big C, when he had that scare. We don't know what it felt like for him to bounce back from that and then watch his father pass. We don't know personally what he had going on relationship-wise. This is why I tell niggas, get on the fucking plane, bro. Book the flight. You plan everything else. You done plan the dates that these women want you to plan. Hell, you done flew the pussy out to you. You done drove for it. Again, you done took care of another man's kids. You're telling me you can't Google when such and such flight is leaving from such and such airport going to such and such destination, and you don't know how to find an Airbnb. That's what you're telling me as a grown-ass, well-to-do man. Whether you have semi-adult children, adult children, or no children at all, or even if you got small kids like me. My son's 4. You're not finna keep me here. I'm just biding my time. Making my plans, financially making sure all my debt is clear. The retirement is all but locked in. It's on the way. But as brothers that have so much more time, so much more money than me, and I'm not trying to count your pockets, bro. I'm trying to get in here and get you to understand the work that you put in, like these brothers on the fucking screen. Yes, one's a fictional character. Still catching smoke. Very representative of black men. The other one is a living, breathing human being that we can actually see the timeline of his work. And it still isn't good enough for the motherfuckers in his profession. When me and BT were talking, and you know BT likes to troll me, and sometimes he trolls me just to troll me. Hold on, I'm gonna get EJ's comment real quick. He says, that's what happened to me about getting divorced. I was doing everything and trying to keep everything together, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. But I'm grateful I didn't get my ex-wife any kids.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease!
EJ back at it. He says, I'm more at peace and happy working on my purpose. And I know so many brothers appreciate that, Reaper, with the $2 bomb. Salute to you, good brother. Let me go ahead and grab that. No, he talking shit. He says, go Spurs. Take the L, bro.
This is letter L, upper and lowercase letter L.
Tomorrow night, Reaper, you motherfucker. Big Nick energy. You already know what time it is, bro. But just like EJ was saying, you get caught up in that cycle. But me and BT were having this conversation yesterday. I was telling him what I was going to do the live about. And I told him, the guy on the screen, Jalen Brunson, he is, in the last 4 years, he is a better fourth quarter player than LeBron ever was in his entire career.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease!
I will argue that shit with any fucking body. There has always been something that the one thing people have always pushed back about LeBron is that he kind of shies away in the fourth quarter. He'll give up the ball sometimes. He'll switch on the best player on the team on the other team that he should be defending. So even with this man a defensive liability, let's roll with y'all argument. Offensively, you ain't truly been able to stop him. He's been cooking whoever they switch off on, including other superstars. But again, he's good. He's even great, but he's just not there. But we're in the finals. And for those old enough to remember, the Spurs starting point guard last year in last finals in 99 was Avery Johnson. 6'1", left-handed, didn't score a lot. He was just a good floor general with David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Flashback 99 Knicks. Our two go-to guards were Charlie Ward and Chris Childs. You know what they said about both of those teams? Neither one of those teams was going to make the NBA Finals with those starting guards on their respective teams. We saw what happened. Congratulations to the Spurs from back then. We see what's happening now. I'm going to go ahead and congratulate my Knicks ahead of time.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease!
Because I'm confident in the work they're going to put in. But I was telling LeBron that this guy's dropped multiple 40-point games. Saved the team plenty of times we should have lost. Because I'm an avid basketball fan, period. Times we should have lost. He came through and cooked. But Jalen Brunson is a better fourth quarter player than LeBron James has been his entire career. Captain Clutch. The Brunson Burner. The Brunisher. He didn't get those nicknames by accident. Hold up. He didn't get them names by accident. That came from work. MTR, brother. Take some time to reflect. I know you have been. I know shit that the videos you've been dropping, I'm sure that's pretty much most of what you've been doing. I'm glad you're over there. Please keep making those videos. Because you're going to inspire somebody else that should have been took their ass over there too. Whether it's Thailand or Colombia or wherever you want to go on the globe, brothers, you have options. You have options. Even though I'm still in the States right now, guess what? I got the option to leave. Solidify your options. Do the work. Keep doing the same work that you've been doing for everybody else again and give it to yourself. I say it all the fucking time. Let's keep going. Brother Malika says, Kofa, we brothers aren't raised to seek happiness within ourselves and in our own purpose. When we see the code and get out the matrix, we fight to stay free and free others to come to Zion.
Knocks down another three ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Couldn't have said it better. Once you see that code and you know, okay, cool, I fit in there. I can do that. Cool. Oh shit, I already did that. I can do that again. And you start building it for yourself, building it for your team around you. You bring everybody with you, just like Malika just said, just like Brother Brunson is doing. the work that we're doing may not be enough for others, you damn sure better make sure it's enough for you, bro. And matter of fact, it should be more than enough. You get to reward yourself. I always use the Kevin Samuels example. Start out small, even if it's extra toppings on your pizza. Do something for yourself. You literally, blood, sweat, and tears have been poured into your careers just for you to sit on the couch. There's a whole globe out there. And let me say this, speaking of travel. Hold on, let me get Trent's super chat. Simple salute for the love of the game, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
I don't got my soundboard, Trent. I owe y'all a couple of drops next go round when I'm back on the inside. Or if I can get my soundboard to work out here. I don't know what's going on with it. Brother Malaka says facts and fucking truth. You've given blood, sweat, and tears to the job. You're close to retirement. You've built up enough money to go start your own shit. You've built up enough knowledge. Maybe you flipping 2 or 3 jobs. I'm not saying you got to move tomorrow. I'm saying give yourself the option. If you want to stay here, stay where you want to stay, including if it's just moving to another state. People do it all the time. They move for money. But somehow, some way, people struggle when there's a brother with a passport going to another country to save money or make some money. Because again, I've gotten pushed back just being in the fucking military. You'd be surprised. They don't want you to be in the military, but they want people to defend the country, but don't use your military benefits because you cheating when that fucking recruiting office was open to every damn body.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Have these conversations with these younger men coming up behind y'all. Let me be a cautionary tale. Hell, let MTR be a cautionary tale. As much money as he was making, the brother didn't even realize he could have that much goddamn peace. Because what do we do in our black ass community? He got money though. And I'm not saying that was the brother's mentality. But he said it himself. Essentially, he got comfortable. He knew he could go overseas, but what's so special about that? And then he touched down in the land of smiles. I've yet to hear anybody talk bad about Thailand. Even with some of the laws and the rules changing, they make it a little bit tougher. Because some people are over there acting a fool, and it ain't us. I'm gonna just say that. So some of the laws are getting stricter, but guess what? It's still the land of smiles. MTR ain't mentioned shit about no pay for play, no nightlife, none of that shit. The brother's over there eating good for cheap and working out and relaxing. And the biggest thing that a lot of us got to start doing, which I'm doing right now, is reflecting. Take the time to think about shit. Stop having bad shit happen and then you try to pretend that it didn't happen and low-key, quote unquote, forget it. Oh, it's over with, and throw it out your head. No. Where did you make your mistake in that? Because you can only correct you. That's real accountability. We talk shit about the women. Where did you make the mistake in there? Did you stay too long with that certain person? Whether it's your homeboy, a female you were dealing with. Did you give them a pass because, man, that's my cousin. But that's still your mama though. But some of y'all mamas on some bullshit. And you're going to keep your ass here. Stuck. Under pressure constantly. And then you're going to fuck around and have a health scare that Kofa was able to make it out of. But I can't say that you can make it out of that. Somehow, some way, you got to start giving yourself credit and let your work be enough. Because it ain't going to be enough for the detractors. It's not going to be enough for the naysayers. It's not going to be enough for the people that you're even doing it for. Because then once that task is done for them, then that turns into well, what's next? Then that turns into, what have you done for me lately? Even though you just gave them some money the week before. Even though you just picked them up at the airport because the motherfucker that she was fucking ain't nowhere to be seen. Even though you made sure your mama lights stayed on. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Again, why use that other brother Styles? He was paying his father's bills until he had to cut him off. Does anybody want to come to the front of the church and give a quick spiel on anything that I just said, or have any questions before we slide off? From the brother, from a fictional character, you can see black men. Start looking at these films for real, bro. Have a, what brother Dr. T.S. Johnson calls it, a black masculinist review. Open your eyes up to how you're being presented to the world, because the media is going to spread faster than your personal story. Look at brothers like a Jalen Brunson. No scandals. The other team didn't want me, thought I was, expendable. Look where he's at now. Mavericks not even in the playoffs. They're going through a rebuilding season. Fine. The Knicks had to go through a rebuilding season so many years because we were so whack for so many years. But that brother found a home. He putting in the work, and it still ain't enough. Brother MTR again. Proud of that dude, bro. Don't even fucking know him. He don't need my pride. He don't need me to say it, but it needs to be said. It needs to be said out loud for other black men, period, need to know you're capable of doing more than what the fuck you're doing. And I don't mean going out there and get a second job. You've already solidified your shit. You done already sacrificed. But you refuse to give yourself a fucking reward. Maybe getting on a plane isn't your thing. Motherfucker, take that fishing trip down in Florida that you want to go to. Go down to Miami. Do some deep sea fishing. You haven't done that before. You've been standing out at the lake when the job lets you off because it's a 3-day weekend. It's a holiday. That's the only time you go fishing. Take off from work. Take a week off. 2 weeks. Go down there and go fishing. Lay up in the house and binge watch some TV. Again, get on a motherfucking plane. Go to another part of the country, even if you don't want to leave America. Go to Niagara Falls. Go to the Grand Canyon. Go do something outside of your comfort zone that you've been sitting on, scratching your fucking head. Stop fucking guessing yourself. Second guessing yourself. That's the only reason I keep bringing up the vasectomies and my son. Because I had the thought of getting a vasectomy 10 years ago. I just did a whole show on that and told y'all. But what people were saying, when are you going to have a son for the bloodline? When are you going to have another kid? When you getting married? This is every family function. Every time I just call to holler at my auntie. Going home to my mama. Miss So-and-so son asked about you. Miss So-and-so daughter asked about you. What are you going to do? Appreciate that, TJ. Let me slide over real quick, bro. Get these, get the super chat. If this shit stop, boom. Brother RBN with the $5 spot. He says, Epic live stream 2, the benediction coming soon. Salute to the Wolfpack. I saw that post, brother. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Let me see. He says, RBN says, stop fucking yelling at me. Damn, bro. I will take off work. Okay already. Bro, I told you I was talking to somebody. It ain't just brother RBN. Take off the time for work, man. Go get, you know what? Go that next state over. Go that next state over that's supposed to have that good ass barbecue or whatever dish, whatever fancy restaurant you done seen on TV this Michelin 5-star. Go spend that money on yourself. If you want to take a little something with you, take her with you. But you're in control of the situation, so it ain't like she finessed you and her ass get to acting a goddamn fool. Guess what? Put her ass back in the fucking car and send her on her way. Hell, I'm due for a full body massage and a fucking steak. So I gotta slice out some time, probably next week, because I gotta go be dad this weekend and son and handle some more shit with the court. Trying to get custody of my son. But I'm not afraid of the work, because I know what the reward is. Because guess what? I'm not waiting on somebody else to give me the reward. The reward is going to come from me. If I'm going to work for everybody else, I'm going to damn sure reward myself. Again, I'm big on getting on that plane. The women are going to be there. Just go watch the sunrise in another hemisphere. Salute to MTR again. Let me slide over, get any more comments we got. The women are gonna be there, bro. Again, go put in the work like I gotta do on this bag. Had to hang that up. Gotta put some gloves on that. Gotta get right, bro. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all the things. Because guess what you've been giving to everybody else? Mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, you've been all the things. And you keep forgetting about your damn self. Because no matter how much work you do, it still ain't enough. And it low-key, like I said, with Chris Trucker, with brother MTR, I'm low-key pissed off. Nigga, you ain't got no kids. You ain't been there yet. And you got the means and the money. We might manage our money. Sometimes we suck at managing our time because we give that shit away to so many other people. LX in the building. He says, what's good, Unc? In chat, what's going on, few? Appreciate you being in here, man. RBN says, I'm streaming Thursday, doing court shit. You got time? Not Thursday. I got class. I got to get up with my classmates. We got some work to put in. I'm behind. I might be able to sneak in later because I don't think we're going to be on too long. So if I can slip in, bro, I'll definitely let you know. Just hit me up and let me know what time. Let me know what time Thursday. If I can do what I need to do earlier in the day and be on there later on at night, trust me, I will be there. EJ with a 5 spot. I appreciate it. He says, $5 for I'm taking a long vacation after when I pay off my blank in a few more months. Motherfuck them kid. Relaxation and good eating. Pay off whatever it is. By the grace of God, I'm not on child support anymore. It's just costing me money and time to build something for my son. Because guess what? He getting on a fucking plane too.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
With that said, brothers, I just wanted to tap in with y'all. This is, again, just a flow of a conversation. We might do another one of these. I might just go ahead and do a panel. We're just going to bring y'all up and we just going to kick it and talk shit about whatever the fuck y'all want to talk about. But I had to drive that point home. It was something that was just on my heart, bro. I'm looking at the media portrayal of a black man that's grinding through Brother Styles, and TJ said, what the fuck is this show Nemesis? I watched it because that brother put in so much work, bro. Everybody was hating on his acting, but I had to see for myself. I'm like, one, he did a good job. It's certain things I didn't like, but the premise of a black man, he got to deal with his cheating wife. Nobody said shit about her. Hard-head ass son. Nobody said shit about him. Disrespectful ass, lying ass, sorry ass daddy. Ain't nobody said shit about him. His fucking nemesis, his rival, the criminal, nobody says shit about him. The crazy ass people on the job that think this man is insane and he's been right the whole fucking time. That's why I use him for example. Jalen Brunson been busting people heads, especially the last 4 years, and it still is enough for some analysts. Brother MTR, he just gave himself a gift of a lifetime, and it's been sitting there waiting for him the whole time. But if you can see the joy on your own fucking face, I'm glad that brother did that shit in real time. And I'm especially proud and thankful that he's sharing his experience. Because he don't have to do that. He could have went over there and be like, man, I went to Thailand and yeah, fuck y'all niggas, I'm out. Came back, packed this shit up and dipped. But he's sharing the experience. I can only talk from here in America and tell you what I'm about to do based on what I've already done. You're seeing this brother put in the work and reward himself eventually. You're seeing it right now. It took him about 4 or 5 years for it to click, maybe even a little bit longer before it to click. And maybe, again, that's some of that shit surround the scenario with his father, his own scare with the big C. EJ again with the $2 chat. Let me see. He says, paying off my truck. Oh, you paying off your truck? There you go. That thing sitting right there, bro. Handful of more payments. It'll be done by the end of the summer. Car will be paid off. Set the goals, set the intention, set the purpose, start building it. Even if building is tearing down your debt or whatever the case may be. If you're going to do a comparison and contrast, compare and contrast with a brother that got similar shit going on, but he's still going. You don't got to know the ins and outs and every fucking detail. Just keep going. Hold up. Yeah. Do that type of comparison and contrast. Make your moves accordingly. If it's the plane, get on the plane and go. Be smart, be safe, stay dangerous. If it's staying here in America, make the best of it. Don't get caught up in the rhythm and in the flow of the same old same. You just waiting for football season. I'm convinced that's why a lot of brothers won't get their ass on the plane. They ain't gonna let go of American football and a slab of ribs. They're gonna do the same shit year in, year out. If that's what makes them happy, let it be. But you find something for you. You give yourself some credit, because for them, it still ain't enough. But we're going to go ahead and slide off. We'll have another one of these chats, like I said, later on. We're going to go ahead and peel. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Thank you for all the super chats. Let me check my Cash App, because just in case anybody snuck in. Which I think somebody may have if it connects. Quiet Storm hit me. He said, listening and quietly listening in the background. I appreciate you, Quiet Storm. I'm going to hit you with the 5. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm going to try this other way. What are we going to do? There we go. $20 bomb. I appreciate that.
Let me borrow $20 to the mall.
People call me the fundraiser. They call me that because that's what I do. I raise funds. I get my money up.
Back on me. Appreciate all the super chats, super stickers, Cash Apps, the likes. Make sure y'all replay gang when this gets through running tomorrow and hype the video. Just circle back. Even if you were here live tonight, just hype the video for me. Catch the replay. Drop the comments, because that's going to also push me further into the algorithm. You know, we're on the road to 10,000. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you again. We'll circle back. I don't know when. Probably later on this week for a quick second. Again, I got to go be dad and son. But thank you all for being in here. Once again, I've been your humble host, Kofa, Kofa, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. This has been Growth Talk Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. And this is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Find your positive fuck it, gentlemen. Do something for yourself, because for them, it may not be enough. Make sure you reward yourself. I'm going to leave you like I always do. I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.